All right, so again, when we're talking about scapular function, the scapula is like a rudder. Okay, when it tips back, air is going to go back this way. When it tips forward, air is going to go this way. So in this scenario, when I raise my arm overhead, the idea is the scapula kind of posteriorly rotates and kind of slides up and out, so I can get my arm up overhead or get abduction. All right, when my arm goes down, the scapula tips forward, kind of comes off the rib cage somewhat to allow me to get my arm overhead and behind my body. Okay, but when I start in a bad position, okay, and you can kind of see that in me, because if you really look at me from the front, my shoulders are rather rounded forward. So then when I raise my arms up overhead, that's about as far as I can go. So then what we want to do after we do our activities that kind of start to open that up with the breathing from the last section, we want to do things that encourage going overhead. All right, so it could be something as simple as like a rock back, where I'm going to start with my hands here. I'm going to breathe in, get my arms up overhead, and exhale, come down. Or one of my favorite activities, such as a backwards crawl, in which I'm going to kind of come up into this position. I'm going to breathe in as I walk my hands back and overhead, and then just exhale and hold the position. Breathe in, exhale and hold the position. If you don't have access to the ground, it could be as simple as just putting your arm up overhead, opening your hand up and breathing as you raise overhead, and exhaling as you come down. So really anything could potentially work. Just remember that overhead means kind of rolling outward and tipping back. Use things where you start with your arms overhead, hold statically, and then start to add motion as you gain some good control.